Do you know why you see human faces in the clouds? Or why does a person's memory get all fuzzy in a state of intoxication? All these and many more amazing facts will be told to you in today's video, so keep watching the video till the end. Let's get started. Number 1. Brain storage. We use many storage devices in our daily lives. Some widgets have more storage capacity and some have less. Similarly, our brain is also a storage device that stores every event that happens to us, and when the time comes, we can recall that thing or event. Do you know that the storage capacity of our brain is? According to research, our brain can store up to 250,000 gigabytes of data. Yes, you heard that right. If the data on the total capacity of our brains were played as a movie, the film's duration could be more than 300 years. Number 2. Brain sides. Our brain controls many functions of the body as a whole, and psychologically we have learned many things stored in the brain. Our emotions, feelings, and the languages we speak are all stored in the brain. Medical science says that our brain has two sides, left and right. The left side of our brain stores all the languages we speak, and the right side of the brain processes our emotions. Number 3. Expressions. Our facial expressions reflect our mental and emotional states. You can tell if someone is happy, sad, or angry by their facial expression. According to psychology, to better understand the facial expressions of someone, one should look at the left side of his face, because the left side is more expressive than the right. Now, to know how angry my friends are at my nonsense, I'll just look at the left side of their faces. Now, I know you're enjoying the video. Many interesting facts are waiting for you, but before proceeding to the end, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Number 4. Fatal familial insomnia. You have often heard that many people suffer from an insomnia disorder in which they can't sleep. But there's a cure for this disease, and there are many medicines that are helpful in curing the patient. There's also a psychological disorder known as fatal familial insomnia, in which the ability to sleep is completely lost in a person. Even sleeping pills are not able to help them sleep. This disease is very rare, but if someone gets it, they will die within 7 to 24 months. Number 5. Seeing faces or shapes in the clouds. Have you ever noticed that when you look closely at the clouds or the fire, it shows you different faces? Or does it feel like the cloud has taken the shape of an object? So remember, this can happen not only to you, but most people, and behind it there is an ability of the mind called pareidolia. Pareidolia is the tendency of the brain to perceive a specific image in a random, ambiguous visual pattern. So the girl I see in the clouds isn't real? I don't believe it. Number 6. Depressing season. Depression is a growing disease nowadays, and many people suffer from it. In general, depression does not depend on a particular situation or time. It can happen at any time, but most people who suffer from it know that depression is more common in the winter than in the summer. This is because, in winter, we are exposed to less sunlight than in summer, which makes us depressed. Sunlight increases our serotonin, which improves our mood and reduces anxiety. Number 7. Weight of the brain. Just as everything has a weight, so does the brain. And the average human brain weighs about 3 pounds. Therefore, if someone tells you that you have a small brain, you can shoot right back with, "Well, my brain isn't any lighter than yours. I didn't know I was carrying around so much weight in my head." Number 8. Brain shrinking. It is often heard that memory becomes weak with age, and we often forget things. There are many reasons behind this, but one of them is really interesting. Research has revealed that when a person is over 30 years old, his brain begins to shrink and its volume decreases compared to before, and this is also one of the reasons for memory loss. Therefore, do great things with your whole mind if you are under 30, otherwise it may be too late. Number 9. Human attention span. Your teacher must have often scolded you during class because you were not paying attention. Did you know that it wasn't your fault? That's right, because the duration of attention in the mind is only 8 seconds, and we cannot focus on anything or anyone for more than 8 seconds continuously. Until 20 years ago, this attention span used to be 12 seconds, but as distractions have increased with the advancement of technology, the attention span of the brain has decreased. Number 10. Easy access, difficult to remember. In recent research, psychology has revealed an interesting fact. Psychology says that data or information that is easily accessible to a person is difficult to remember. For example, if someone tells you their phone number verbally and you know they won't repeat it, there's a higher chance you'll remember it. Whereas if someone tells you their phone number verbally and also gives you a written one, the chances of you remembering the phone number are very low because you have easy access to the written phone number. Number 11. Gray matter in the brain. Man learns something new every day. But did you know what changes happen in the brain due to this new learning? Research has shown that whenever we learn something new, whether it is related to any field, our brain makes new connections between neurons, and due to these connections, gray matter in the brain increases. This gray matter could also be seen in the brain. Now think how much this video of ours would have increased the gray matter in your brain. You can thank us in the comments. Number 12. Total thoughts in a day. All kinds of thoughts are running through our minds all the time. Some thoughts are good, some are bad, some are positive, and some are negative. Do you know how many thoughts come to our minds in a day? If you count, you can probably recall at most 100 thoughts. Your guess would be wrong then, because the actual number is much higher. According to Stanford University research, the human brain has about 60 to 70,000 thoughts every day, and most of them are repetitive. If you complain to your wife that she thinks negatively all the time, it's not her fault, because according to research, 60% of the total thoughts that come to our minds are negative. Number 13. Intoxication and memory. At this point, I'm going to clear up an old myth. You've probably heard that if a person is intoxicated, they can't remember the words or actions they took while intoxicated after regaining consciousness. We feel as if the person has forgotten everything, but that's not the truth. Because research says that when a person is drunk, the brain's ability to create memory doesn't work, and a drunk person does not forget everything, but his memory is never formed. So, avoid intoxication and make memories. Number 14. No multitasking, please. If a person can multitask, then he is considered very efficient. But I'm going to break the illusion of all such people today, because multitasking is not possible according to psychology. Of course, you'll ask, if multitasking is not possible, then how do we do it? In fact, we never multitask because our brains can only focus on one task at a time. When we combine two tasks, our focus shifts to only one task at a time. That's why when you're scrolling through Instagram and your wife is talking to you, after a while you don't remember what she said to you as your brain was only focusing on Instagram at that time. Number 15. Can money buy happiness? From childhood, we have heard that money never buys happiness. This is kind of wrong, and maybe it's a little bit true. Psychologists say that initially when we start earning money, it gives us immense happiness. But after some time, there comes the point when money becomes normal for us, and then its arrival doesn't really bring happiness. Therefore, earning money does not give us happiness, but spending it in a good place can be a source of happiness. Whether you earn more money or less, spend it on things that make you happy. So there you have it, the top 15 mind-blowing psychological facts. Surely your mind was blown by some of these facts. In the meantime, if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating videos.